I'm Mr. Klein. I'm a lead counselor at the Fullerton School District. I'm also going to be your host for the video presentation. We here at Fullerton, we want to keep you safe. We want to keep these playgrounds safe. And we want to keep your school safe. So today, we're going to talk about something important to your safety. And that is fentanyl. Fentanyl? What is that, Mr. Klein? Well, that's a good question. Let's begin by understanding what fentanyl is. To help with that, I'll be bringing in a host of experts who dedicated their lives to protecting their community. But first, let's begin by starting with some cold, hard facts. Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid drug used for severe pain relief. Fentanyl is powerful. It's 50 to 100 times as strong as opioids like morphine and heroin. Fentanyl is made or synthesized from lab-made chemicals, not from opium poppies. Opioids are drugs that relieve pain by attaching to nerve cells throughout the brain and body. They include drugs that are made from opium poppies, like morphine and heroin. Here is a lethal dose of heroin compared to a lethal dose of fentanyl. Okay, there's fentanyl, which is manufactured by pharmaceutical companies, used in legitimate medications. And then you have illicit fentanyl, which are manufactured by transnational criminal organizations, and these are mixed into street drugs and counterfeit pills. Now that we have the basics, let's dive in to what makes fentanyl so dangerous. To do that, we're going to go out to the Fullerton Police Department and talk with Fullerton's own Officer Morley.
Hello, I'm Officer Morley with the Fullerton Police Department. I have been in law enforcement for about 10 years, and I've been working with Fullerton PD now for about 4 years. I've been assigned patrol, and I'm currently now assigned as a school liaison officer, working with all the elementary and junior high schools. Fentanyl is a very dangerous drug. It only takes a very small amount to overdose and die from fentanyl. What makes it so dangerous is right now, currently it's being mixed in with other drugs or being looked as something else, such as candy, chips. It's being mixed in with a lot of other things, so it's getting the attention of the younger generations. Right now, I think that a lot of people have the mentality that it's not gonna happen to me, right? And so they're thinking they can use it the one time, however, that one time might be their last time. Some of the ones that stand out when it comes to fentanyl is the one where young people have died. A lot of teenagers, they have been using fentanyl or think it's something else, and then they end up passing away. A lot of time, it's been at night, so the parents get up, get ready for school, trying to wake their kids up, and they don't wake up. It's very heartbreaking to go out and deal with these parents who are just falling apart, that their young kids have now no longer have that life to live. Fentanyl is illegal. If you have it on your person, that means holding it for someone, transporting it. You will go to jail. You could be arrested. Ingesting it, using it, being high on fentanyl is also illegal. The sale of fentanyl or just giving it to someone else is illegal, and it's even a higher crime. So any type of involvement with fentanyl is illegal, and you will end up going to jail. Right now, I think the main trend with fentanyl is that they're mixing it with other drugs. And they're also mixing it, like I said, with candy, chips. They're making it bright colored. They're making it appear to be something that it's not. They're trying to take that dangerous outlook on the drug and make it seem like it's not dangerous. However, it's very dangerous, and only a small amount takes to overdose. I just want to tell all the kids out there that the community loves you, your family loves you, I love you, your friends love you. Just make sure you're checking what you're putting into your bodies. You might trust the friend that's giving to you, but how do you trust that person that the friend got it from? Just make sure you're checking everything that you got, and that we're all here for you.
Thank you for those valuable insights, Officer Morley. That was very helpful. Now that we've explored the dangers of fentanyl, let's learn about how we can protect ourselves. To do that, I'm told we have a special guest coming to us live right now. Bearded Batman, do you hear us?
Yes, I saw that I was signaled. I'm here to protect my community.
I want you to help us learn how to spot fentanyl. Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Fentanyl is not to be taken lightly. It is very...
Batcave. Oh, that would be fantastic. Give me a pumpkin spice latte. Thanks, Robin. It's that time of year. Continue.
You may encounter fentanyl anywhere. It's not always clear where it's found.
Wait. Anywhere.
It can be found anywhere. It might even be found somewhere close to home.
Wait, what? So you're saying...
Yes, it's a very scary thought. A dangerous dose of fentanyl could be in your community right now.
I'm gonna stop you right there. As the Dark Knight, I cannot allow this menacing substance to endanger my city any longer. Prepare for a battle that will cleanse this city of its darkness.
Wow. That was crazy. You gotta love his passion, as well as that beard, but we're gonna have to cut that interview short. Now let's figure out how we can get a little bit more clarity on how we can protect ourselves from fentanyl. Be cautious of unmarked or unlabeled pills, powders, or substances. Be skeptical of substances that don't look like what you expect them to be. Fentanyl can be disguised as other drugs. Can you tell the difference between these two pills? Is one legitimate? Is one fake? Neither one is genuine. Like chocolate chips and cookie dough, illicit fentanyl is often unevenly distributed when mixed into pills. Look for packaging that appears homemade or unprofessional. Fentanyl is known for its lack of odor, but sometimes it may have a faint, sweet smell. However, relying solely on odor is not a reliable method for detection. Only obtain medications and substances from trustworthy sources, such as licensed healthcare providers and pharmacies. Remember that the most effective way to avoid fentanyl exposure is to never use drugs that are not prescribed to you by a licensed healthcare professional. If you have concerns about drug use or possible exposure to fentanyl, seek help and guidance from medical professionals and addiction specialists. Now let's go out to our final expert, Mr. Ray Flores. He's a retired police officer, as well as a trained drug recognition expert. And you're going to find he's way more knowledgeable and definitely not as batty as our previous guest.
I'm a retired police officer with 20 years of experience. My first agency was at LA School District Police, where I worked in all throughout Los Angeles, including South Central and East Los Angeles. I came over to the Orange County side and worked here, where I worked traffic, I worked gangs, I worked on a lot of different areas in the schools. I was an SRO for the last 3 years of my career, and I have particular experience in the area of drugs and narcotic influence. The best way, I think, is for the students themselves to just remove themselves from those types of environments and situations. If they're aware that some of their classmates or friends are participating in that, they need to be aware enough to remove themselves so there's not that pressure or influence to even begin or get involved in any type of use of narcotics or alcohol. If a student comes across something like that, I would caution them not to touch that item at all. They should notify an adult or a staff member immediately. The danger with fentanyl and many of the other narcotics is they can be absorbed through the skin. So just touching it is very dangerous, and the potency of fentanyl itself is such that it could be deadly just, through the very smallest of amounts. If you come across somebody who's in a compromised state, you suspect that they're under the influence of some sort of narcotic, fentanyl, any kind of other opioid, anything like that, any substance, I would say that you immediately need to make notification to a staff member or an adult, and if necessary, call 911. The things to look for would they would have a lethargic demeanor. Their eyelids would be kind of droopy, almost very sleepy. They'd probably be sitting down, or if they're in distress, laying over or unresponsive. Their breathing would be very, very shallow. If you were to look at the pupils, opioids cause the pupils to pinpoint. Their skin would be probably very pale. Their whole system is basically shutting down. Sometimes we tend to have the idea that if we give them a chance, it's going to go away, they'll clear it up. We talk to them once. It's serious enough and dangerous enough that it's got to be addressed, and sometimes there can not be a second chance. Every partnership we can bring to bear with your police department, with your fire department, with your social emotional learning entities, and everybody else that's willing to participate. And also keeping our parents informed and involved, letting them know what they should be looking for. Because often, in my experience, I've come across parents that are completely blindsided. It's just a reality that kids are going to be out there and exposed to things, and we want to protect them in every way that we possibly can.
Thank you, Mr. Flores, for giving us some of your expertise on how to keep us safe. Now, safety is key, but let's put our knowledge to the test. We're going to do that by having an interactive discussion in your classroom with your teacher. We're going to pause the video and use your discretion to determine how long you want to discuss the questions, but then after you're done, restart it, and we'll continue. Thank you for joining us on this crucial mission to stay informed and stay safe with fentanyl. As we roll the credits, just remember, knowledge is your superpower.